said that a little competition doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I like what you said there. My ears perked up when I heard you say you guys have a fight the same night.
Right.
So really, obviously, the research must show that it is two different audiences.
It's a totally different audience. And obviously, it doesn't hurt if we can bring some MMA fans to boxing and some boxing fans to the MMA and cross it over. It only helps both sports because it's a fight game, and we're in the business of promoting the fight game.
In listening to you at the press conference, you said the key is the right fight. So if I were to ask you, is that if there was a danger of being a promoter to MMA, is that it? Making sure you have to have the right fight?
I believe so. You obviously have to have, along with marketing, along with the right promoters, the right network behind it. You can build fighters to become household names, but it ultimately comes down to matching up the right fighters, the exciting fighters, the top fighters in this world today, and Fedor and Arlovsky are no exception to that. I mean, these guys are the top dogs, as they say. So it really is exciting for us to be part of this event, and after this event we'll take it from there, see what happens, and hopefully we'll be doing more shows down the road.
So you're a 10-time world champion. You've got a beautiful wife. You're in the great world of having kids now. Why would you even consider fighting again? That's me talking.
Right.
I'm not the guy who did it his whole life.
Right. I've been getting people telling me, you don't have it anymore. Why fight? You've been in this business for 15 years now in the ring. You've done it all.
Yeah.
Retire. And then you have the people saying, oh, well, that wasn't you that night. You still have it. You lost too much weight. It was just a shadow of you. I want to make that decision based on obviously how I feel. I have to feel it to really make that final decision. I haven't had the time to do it. I've been spending a lot of time with my family, with my kids, vacationing, just relaxing with them, and I really haven't had the time to just soak it all in and make my final decision. So I'm sure I'll make the right one. I'm sure that people will be very happy with what I'm going to announce, hopefully shortly.
So how will you do that? I mean, will you go climb a mountain in Big Bear? Will you go down to Puerto Rico? Do you have to get away to look into your heart?
I have to get away. And I have to listen to no one. I have to just focus and just think about all my career. Think about, do I really want it? Do I really want to step inside that ring once again? Do I want to go through the training? And so it's going to be a tough decision. But once I make that final one, it's going to be for sure.
Good luck, Oscar.
Thank you.
You're a real winner either way.
Oscar, quick question. You're obviously great at putting on these massive shows and really big shows, but what drew you to the MMA?
I believe the opportunities that they present. I believe the MMA is lacking. There's a void there that has to be filled. There's one big major player in the MMA, and we all know who it is. And they've been doing a tremendous job. I commend them for that. They've been doing a brilliant job at promoting the MMA and promoting fighters. But it's like I've always said, there's always room for competition, and it never hurts.
Absolutely, and you said you could compare it to boxing, but it is a totally different sport, a totally different audience.
It's a totally different audience, and why not combine both audiences? It only helps both sports. It only grows the sport. It can really elevate the MMA and boxing and expose it to a whole new generation, which is only a plus for both.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Oscar. Appreciate it.
Oscar, and when did you actually first think about getting into MMA?
Well, the first time I seriously thought about getting involved was about a year ago. I started to hear the noise they were making, the MMA, and I felt that it was a tremendous opportunity. We as promoters of the fight game thought it's a tremendous opportunity to help the sport, to take it to another level. Just what we've done with boxing in such a short period of time, I believe we can implement those types of strategies that we have and create really big events in the MMA.
Having a relationship, good friendship with Diego Sanchez and Tito Ortiz, does that influence you, that you guys ever get together and say, did they ever influence you and tell you, Oscar, you should come in to the sport?
Well, first of all, I respect every fighter out there. Whether you're a wrestler, whether you're in karate, if you're a fighter, I respect, because it's such a difficult job to do. To step inside that squared circle or inside the ring and fight, it's just very difficult, and not anyone can do it. I believe, talking with Diego and talking with Ortiz, it's had some sort of impact in my decision on becoming a promoter for the MMA. But I think ultimately it was the opportunities that are out there. I believe this is a young sport that can really grow. Bigger than anyone bigger than anyone can ever think of, and so we feel that boxing with Golden Boy Promotions, we're going to continue to grow it as much as we can and take it to a whole new level. But like I said, we're in the fight business. We're promoters in the fight game, and we're going to get our feet wet here with Affliction.
Are we ever going to see a hybrid match where we could see mixed martial arts and boxing in the same night?
I believe so. I believe it's bound to happen in a major way. As long as we can put the best fighters out there in one ring, then we're going to pursue. If we want to do a show like that, we're talking about having the Fedors and the Arlovskis, and possibly even having the Mosleys and the Juan Manuel Marquezes of this world fighting in that same ring. So it'll be very interesting to figure out. But I believe it's very possible.
Been a busy guy this week with Sugar Shane Mosley and Margarito fighting in Staples Center and Affliction fighting at Honda Center. Where are you going to be at this Saturday?
I'll be at the Honda Center, actually. I have very competent people who, my partners, Richard Schaefer, my CEO, who has been taking care of Shane Mosley and will be at the Staples Center. And I'm very curious to see my first live event, Affliction show, live. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks a lot, Oscar.
Thank you.
Hey, Oscar, Henry Truck Equity. We featured you in April. So when you promote boxing and MMA, what are the differences in terms of strategies that Golden Boy would take?
I believe there's no differences. Promoting the fight game is all the same. Obviously, it's a whole different game. You have different fighters and new faces that I have to learn. But behind the scenes, putting the event together, making you have the right strategies, the right marketing plans, it's striking the right deals. It's all the same. It's all the same, and we at Golden Boy want to make sure that that first off we bring the best fights to the fans. This fight doesn't get any bigger than that. That's for sure. And secondly is that we grow and make sure that people know about this event. Make sure we have the right plan in place to promote.
And then you're as respected as a business person as a fighter. What are your approaches? Do they differ when you're in the ring and when you're like talking a deal, or?
Well, the great thing about being a promoter is that I can identify with every fighter. I know what they are going through when it comes to the training. I know what they go through when it comes to managers and promoters and the business side of it. It's a tough deal. It's a tough deal, and we want to make sure, just like all our fighters with Golden Boy Promotions, they're happy, they're content, they're worry-free. They don't have to think about, they don't have to really think about the managers and the promoters. They can just focus on the fight, and that's what we want to bring to the table here, is make sure that we're transparent, make sure that we're honest, and make sure that the fighter is